Content warning. The following actual play may be considered disturbing by some audiences. This video may contain explicit language, violence, and depictions of drama. This may not be suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Tonight we're raising money for Roll for Ukraine. All donations will be given directly to United Help Ukraine, a reputable charitable nonprofit 501c3 organization receiving and distributing donations, food, and medical supplies to Ukrainian IDPs, people of Ukraine affected by Russia's invasion into eastern Ukraine. Their activities focus on fundraising events, raising awareness of the crisis in Ukraine by engaging individuals, organizations, private and government institutions, and media in the United States of America. 99% of donations collected by the United Health Ukraine go to the cause, with less than 1% going to operational and admin expenses. Link for donations is in the chat. There will be some in-game incentives. Keep them in the chat when we hit those totals. It's not each individual donation, it's just a total. Then things will happen. You're donating to a great cause and causing a little bit of fun and chaos within the game. With that, we're going to dive back in. The Agents of SHAILD arrive in Caer Dineval. Call found the nearest townsfolk on the main thoroughfare to ask where the tavern was. After some quick conversation about the town's founders, the Dinevs, and their end at the hands of an orc tribe, they are directed to the uphill climb. Walking around the loch, the party can see that this town is more residential than the others they've been to, but still about a third abandoned. Approaching the uphill climb, the group can see across Loch Denishir to the spine of the world and the barest hint of sunlight even at midday. Inside the uphill climb, they find a modest tavern, completely empty with the exception of the bartender, Rourke. Finding only food and no ale, Call grabs Zeke's book and writes to Midge, "This is Call. Can you please bring me some ale? Please." Finding out from Rourke that the speaker has been sick for nearly a year and that some new retainers have taken up residence with the speaker to help him, the agents start asking questions. Was he a good speaker? Are the retainers trustworthy? Is there a doctor taking care of the speaker? Rourke states that the speaker took care of the town until he became ill. The retainers are a strange lot, and the supposed doctor is questionable at best. Deciding that there was little else they could learn in the tavern, the agents leave the tavern. Now outside, Farron uses his primeval awareness to try and locate Sefik. Only sensing two elementals to the south, they move on. Zeke has a couple ideas for how to proceed. 1. Enter the lottery to be humanoid sacrifices, and then run away, hoping to lure out Sefik. And 2. Speak to Macretus regarding the Nominati. Taking a vote on what to do, Call and Zeke vote for the Nominati, while Laura votes for Sefik. Farron invoked his double vote for Sefik, and Elena abstained from voting. Zeke updates Midge and annotates that he lost the vote. Heading south to search for more clues on where to find Sefik, they see a set of dwarven-sized footprints leading behind the southern line of buildings. They leave for East Haven, the second largest of the 10 towns. Laurel had the idea that crossing Loch Denishir would save hours of travel, which did, but it had some consequences. Both the group and the dogs missed a frost heave on the ice, which tripped up the dogs and caused the sled to slide to a stop. While stopped and checking on the dogs, the ice began to crack under the combined weight. Zeke tried to control magical vines to hold the ice together, but ended up propelling the dog sled faster towards the shore. Arriving in East Haven, the group heads for the nearest watering hole, the White Lady Inn. The interior is warm and more lively than the uphill climb. Bard is telling the story of the banshee that is the namesake of the inn, and a few folk listen while the bartender sighs at the 1000th telling of the story. Sitting at the bar with their ales, the group eyes the patrons and the bard. A couple odd things happen. A literal hoard of treasure appears in Laurel's bag, and a talking doll with the appearance of a Nominati initiate appears in Zeke's bag. At the inevitable mention of the Nominati, Farron noticed that the bard Rinaldo reacted to the word. Confronting Rinaldo, Call and Farron convinced him to have a private chat with them in the storage room. Comparing notes, the agents learned from Rinaldo that the Nominati is recruiting Duergar in Icewind Dale, even so far as to learn that Rinaldo has seen a Duergar appear out of nowhere. He also mentioned they were taking some strange metal, later learned to be Shardolin. Heading back to the main area, Farron focuses and sees an invisible Duergar behind the bar, wrestling the strange foe to the ground and then unconscious. The party retires to the storeroom. Interrogating the Duergar, they learn that their king, Zardarok, was collecting Shardolin in his castle, Sunblight. Casting Detect Magic, Zeke learns two things. One, the pouch of Shardolin gives off an aura of magic. And two, Rinaldo was completely surrounded by illusory magic. Confronting him, Zeke intimidated Rinaldo into revealing his true form. A deep gnome, bald, with a silver handlebar goatee, dressed in black and red robes, with the arcane symbol for illusion magic on his chest. And that's where we pick up.
Zeke is just, he is shocked and is probably sputtering and muttering and pointing and is just a mess.
The deep gnome regards you all, hand still above his head. Listen, this is not what you think it is. At least, I don't think so. What do you think is happening here?
You're the gnome! What do you mean what is happening here? That's literally what they wear! You are wearing the Nominati clothes! It's the Nominati! Do you believe me now?
You may not believe me,
No!
but
Not
I
even
am
a little bit!
not with the Nominati.
Arcane check for the symbol on his robes. I think we do know what that
Insight
is.
check.
Absolutely.
Also insight check.
Any magic user can automatically deduce that this is the symbol for illusory magic, illusion.
Paul just goes up and pokes him.
That's a 12 on insight.
19.
He is 100% for real. Like, he's being very honest. He feels... Zeke, you can tell he feels threatened and kind of unsafe. Kind of really unsafe with how...
I sure hope so.
What's the symbol of illusion magic doing on your robes?
Oh, it's kind of like how we tell each other apart. I'm not making this sound any better, am I?
No.
What do you
No!
mean we?
What is wrong with you?
Okay, so I'm one of many. Still not making this sound good. Anyway, I'm the illusion magic specialist of my group. My employer is the Prime. This is getting worse, isn't it?
What the hell is going on right now? Like this.
Wow.
Zeke has told us about this.
Wow.
I can promise 100% I am not with the Nominati.
What?
I am ready to cast Hold Person at any second. I know that will paralyze him, so I like wanted him to keep on speaking, so I'm not going to cast it yet. But if he makes a move to zip away or anything,
What are we doing here, Zeke?
You are gonna tell us what the fuck is going on right now, or that guy, and he points to Call, he's gonna do things
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
He will do things.
Okay.
To his discretion, of course.
I'll tell you this. The Nominati is real. The talking doll repeats from the back. The Nominati is real. Rinaldo sighs.
Call hits the bag again.
They are real, but I don't know much more beyond than what we've exchanged. I mean, I could possibly take it to my boss, and you could talk to him.
What does your boss do? Why are you wearing the same clothes that they wear?
I don't know. I can tell you this. I cannot change my clothes unless I do it with magic.
That doesn't make any sense. Does that make any sense to anybody else?
No, wouldn't your clothes stink?
No, magic.
And he does like a little prestidigitation and some dirt off the edge, and snow kind of falls off.
You're telling me you can't take your clothes off at all?
No, they're kind of part of me.
Are you a never nude?
The valid question.
Very valid.
You can't get nude? What? What is this?
Wait, that must be a blessing.
Maybe.
Actually.
Seems confused.
You said that there's more of you?
Yes.
Like of you.
He said one of many.
I mean, I'm one of 9.
Okay.
9 what?
What is your organization? Or do we need to see your leader for this?
You have an ID?
No.
You use the term prime.
Make Elena, when you're asking about the name of the organization, please make a persuasion check. Go ahead, Farron.
You use the word prime. What does that mean?
Well, he's the first. The first of 9. Prime. And so he's the alpha. And we also have beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota. And I'm Eta.
I have more questions than when I started. I feel like he's not answering anything.
I have a feeling that I can only really make more questions than I can give answers.
Is that your point? Is that why you were created? To just make more questions?
No, I don't know you and don't believe I can trust you with all the information. It's kind of like the boss says, need to know basis.
Well, it's a need to know. So spill.
What's your boss's name?
I rolled a 15.
Okay. My boss's name is Disco.
Sorry, 15. Yeah, 15.
Disco?
Disco, yeah.
Disco.
I am also Disco. All the others are also
hence-
Disco.
Hence, prime, alpha, beta, so on and so forth.
Yes.
Are
I
you
thought your name
siblings?
was Rinaldo.
Ronaldo
if you
is
want
an
us
unfortunate.
to trust you, you've got to tell us the truth.
Well, my name's Disco. I am the Eta illusion Disco. I am not the Prime.
What?
Prime's the boss.
We can tell.
Are you all pieces of the same person?
No. And yes.
If we harm you, does that harm the Prime?
No, it just really sucks for me because I can't heal.
Is he still lit up by detect magic? Or did did
there-
that go away when
the-
he unillusioned?
All the illusory glow around him is gone. There are some glowing of obvious magical items on his person, but there's no magic covering his body anymore.
So he himself is not emanating any magic?
No.
Okay.
Can I check the door again, make sure we're not being creeped on?
Sure.
Why would you disguise yourself as a halfling? As a bard?
So you see, Deep Gnome and other folk from the Underdark are generally not trusted. Attacked on sight, usually.
You saw the reaction with that guy, and he points to the Duragar on the floor that's, like, barely conscious. So...
I got a natural 20 for a 26 on perception.
Hey, get away from the door.
Oh, is everything okay?
Probably not.
Do you need a big hammer?
I'll let you know.
Okay. I'll guard the door.
You know what? Probably just as well.
Damn it, Barty.
So you're telling me that there's 8 more of you
Yes.
and a prime.
8 including the prime. There's 9
9
total.
altogether.
Yes.
9. I can't count that high. So, there's a bunch of you,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't take your clothes off.
Well, I mean, I can, but they
But-
kind of, like... come back. It's...
We're gonna need you to take us to this non-nudist colony.
Have
Like,
you
what is
ever...
going on?
Do you know what a simulacrum is?
Can I make
What?
an Arcana check to know
Anybody
if I
can
do?
absolutely make an Arcana check on that.
I'm gonna
That's-
make a Farron check for this.
That's an 8.
That's a
Paul
10.
pokes his clothes.
Did anybody roll higher than like a 16? Well, it's very powerful magic, and it kind of creates another being of a being. And Disco Prime decided to make more of himself. More hands get the job done faster, you know?
What were you doing here?
I'm allowed to have a life. I like to play the instruments.
What's the job that you were asked to do?
Oh, when he needs help at the store, I help out.
Sounds really suspicious.
I
Thor?
don't,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like him. I
I
don't
don't-
like him.
You said the prime made more like himself. How did he make you?
Yes.
How did he make you?
It's the spell simulacrum. It creates kind of like a doppelganger. But like,
See, that doesn't seem very like right or like natural at all. That doesn't seem right. You could just make a copy of a person.
I mean, we're very limited. If I use all my magic, I don't get it back. Ever. If I get hurt, I don't heal. Ever. So, if we run amok, it's only for so long.
So he made you. Are you a person? Are you
Are you a person?
I think so, but today's been really weird and I can't figure out what's happening.
I am a person. I have my own thoughts. I mean, they generally align with Disco Prime because, you know, I have all his memories.
You said you can't heal?
No. Never.
What?
Okay. The real question here is how do you know about the Nominati?
That's kind of what we do on the back end. We investigate them for Disco Prime.
But you
Oh.
look just like them.
So is Disco Prime part of the Nominati?
No. We are 100% against them.
Again,
Well, then why would you look like them? I don't understand. Why would you ever want to look like them?
yeah. Do you intend to replace them?
So
Or infiltrate them?
that's not a bad idea. So we can't change our clothes. This is how I've always looked. I'm only a few years old. So, I mean, Disco Prime, he can change his clothes whenever he wants. But we're stuck like this.
Take us to Disco Prime.
I don't know.
You can make a group intimidation or persuasion check, whichever. You have to be... Like, one of you can do it with advantage, or if all of you do it, it just has to be either all persuasion or all intimidation.
I'll just help somebody.
I'm better at
Farron's
persuasion.
not here.
You'll do persuasion?
Can definitely do persuasion. I got a nice, healthy plus
Yeah.
6 to mine.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, just let Elena take the
Yeah,
advantage on
absolutely.
that. 'Cause
Elena, take the wheel.
That is a 23.
Oh, I am going to get in trouble for this.
Answers. It's answers.
Alright,
That's all we need.
I have to do some magic. Don't kill me.
No, how about we not do any more magic and you just show us, like physically walk us there.
Or at least tell
I
us
can't.
what needs to be done.
You can't?
You're not making sense again.
It's not in a place you can walk to. It's kind of like in an alternate dimension.
Another plane?
Yeah, kinda.
What?
Hey, hang on. Before you do anything, we need to have a group huddle. You don't move. You move, that guy gets you. And then Zeke is gonna
I'll go
huddle
keep an eye
the group.
on the Durgar.
Yeah. Don't move.
I'll just turn around and stare at the Durgar.
And
Hey-
then
hey,
he's
bud.
gonna huddle with the group.
You having fun there, bud?
Be like
You shut up.
all of our heads together. Zeke on tippy
Get
toes.
real down low. Yeah.
All right.
Poor call.
What are we doing? I don't want to make the choice. I don't really want to go to another dimension, but I also want to meet this disco person.
I don't even know what that means.
What it seems like we're not able to meet Disco without having to go to a different plane. He's going to use magic to transport us there. At the same time, we've only just uncovered something. Zeke, you seem very, very convinced that he is part of the Nominati, even though he has said not as much. Can anyone confirm whether or know or have a feeling or anything like that? Anyone?
He seemed truthful to me, but I don't
Like, he's
understand
not.
half of what he's saying.
When he's
think
talking
he's
about
lying.
the alternate plane dimension thing, anybody can go ahead and roll an Arcana check if they want.
Boy. Oh boy.
Nat
Okay,
20 for 25.
Midges,
That's a natural one.
Nice.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh,
Zeke, alternate planes of dimension include the home of the Nominati and death.
Yes.
Elena,
uh-huh.
Midge's magnificent mansion and the caravan are kind of like this alternate pocket dimension type thing.
So it's kind of like Midge's mansion in the middle of nowhere and the caravan that we're part of.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that it will just chop off our heads, guillotine style.
Not the case. It sounds very similar to that. That's the
So-
feeling I get.
I don't know.
So if we need magic to get there, we need magic to get back?
Yes.
But he says that he can only do so much magic. So how are we gonna
well,
get back if
I'm
he
sure
uses magic to get
Disco
us?
has probably access to magic. Maybe the Prime has more access to magic than he does.
Well, what happens if we get there and they get all pissy and we can't get back?
What if it's a trap? Because I can't get us back from another dimension.
I can't either.
And if the stars aren't the right, I don't even know if I'll have spells if I don't have stars.
Right.
So
I really don't feel like floating around in the middle of fuck all. Like it's yeah, I don't know what
So
to.
we are at a bit of an impasse, it seems here. There's way too many questions and variables up in the air. So what
do we just let him go?
What do we do
I
that?
don't
What's an
think we
alternative?
should just let him go. What the no.
I don't think we let him go.
What do we do?
He didn't do anything wrong, so we can't like
Right.
arrest him.
I'm not.
Midge, maybe Midge will know what to do.
Can we take him as a prisoner?
You still have your book? Maybe you could ask her
Yeah.
a question, or like we could
What do
ask
you want
her
me
a
to ask
question. Like,
Do you know Disco Prime?
Yes.
or
Do you
yeah,
know who
ask about
Disco is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or do you know any dark gnomes?
and describe the
you
little
know-
clothing to him.
Dark
Buffalo
gnomes dressed like Nominati initiates who
Disco.
go by Disco.
Yeah.
Signed Zeke.
It's just a Z.
Yeah, it's like Zorro Z. Because Call had used it earlier, so
Hey, I had to make sure she knew it was me.
that's true.
A little bit of time goes by, and the book kind of vibrates a little bit, and you see that Midge has written, I don't believe I've met one of those. Not in some long time. I don't think I remember anybody's name. Sorry.
Well, okay, she doesn't know. Maybe we should ask her if she knows anybody that does the same type of magic that she does. Because Selena says that the
Right.
same, like I don't know if it is, but that the
I'm
caravan.
100% sure that is the magic they're implying. That they
Okay. Do
can
you want me
do
to
that.
ask her?
It wouldn't hurt.
Worth a
Okay.
shot.
Do you know anybody else that can do fancy caravan magic like you can? Question mark.
Or the mansion. magic.
Or like the mansion with the good tushes.
You're fine.
With the steaming dwarves.
The steaming
steamy
dwarves.
dwarves.
Look
She
like
writes
Dranger.
back shortly after. The only person I personally know that can do the same magic is my mum. She taught me. Beyond that, there are many, many powerful wizards in the world that can do greater magic and the same.
Yeah, she doesn't.
She did mention wizard, correct?
Yeah.
So it's out of my wheelhouse because sorceress.
You do know that a lot of Elena would know that a lot of the spells do kind of. There's a lot of crossover between sorcerer and wizard spells.
There's a little bit of crossover, but
Do we just ask him if this is a trap?
and what do you think he might say, Farron?
Well,
Just
we're
shot in the dark.
pretty good at reading people, right? So maybe
Mhm.
I
maybe
am
we
the
just
best.
ask and try to figure out what he means. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Because I can't do any of that big
Zeke-
magic stuff.
Zeke pops his head out of the little group huddle, just like pops it out, and it's like, "Is this a trap?"
I swear it is not a trap.
He says
Insight
it's not a
check.
trap.
I swear on the short existence that I have had and will continue to have that it is not a trap.
Call goes over to him and like deeply stares into his eyes, trying to like see if he's lying, trying to read his mannerisms.
I would like you to make an intimidation check at advantage first, which will set the DC for your insight check.
Insight check of 21.
Okay.
Oh shit! You said this is intimidation.
Yep, at advantage.
Oh, at advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, we just accidentally intimidating people. Let's see if it actually happens. 17. That's gonna be a 19.
Okay, and now an insight check, please.
Okay, just a regular insight. Let's see.
with your total, please let me know what the dice roll was as well for this insight check.
Okay. And this one's not at advantage, right? This is just regular roll?
Yeah, regular roll.
Okay. You said insight?
Yes.
That is a 12. The dice was a 13.
Okay, because of your intimidation check, you're critting on an 11. So, because of how much you're intimidating, he's like trying really hard to express to you that this is not a trap. He's being honest. There seems to be no malice, just confusion and a want for you to understand things.
Oh, now we scared the guy.
He does not look scared. He does not look scared. He
This is
still
Elena
looks...
we're talking about here.
Oh, okay, Elena. But so yeah, he doesn't look scared, and he still looks quite sure of himself.
Well, I'm gonna pull us back into the huddle really quick. So, if he said they're also against the Nominati, then the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
I mean,
That's usually how it
Yeah.
works.
Zeke?
Yeah, why don't we just keep him with us?
I don't know if I want to go to another dimension right now. I don't know if I trust him. I know that we could take him. There's just one of them.
He
So I'm
doesn't
not, like,
seem
afraid.
to be lying to me.
So do we hang on to him? Like, what? At this point, I think I'm out of what I'm sure what I can think of to do. You're kind of in charge at this point here, Zeke. You're the expert here.
Well, my instinct tells me if it is the Nominati and it is somebody that is a part of the Nominati, then we have to go and like find him. But I don't really know if I want to go to another dimension because I might guillotine my head off, and I'm not ready to die yet. So like,
So there's a guarantee that you won't get guillotined by the time you show up this new dimension, or have to travel to another dimension.
but like, how do we get back? What if he is the Nominati and then the whole thing falls apart and we're there?
How about we swear him to a deal? We
I
keep
don't
him to
know.
that deal.
Is he a demon? Can you make a deal with him? If
You can make a deal with anybody, I guess.
Pretty much.
One of you can tell if he's a demon.
I could try to tell.
well, if he's, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I don't think he was lying, and if he does try to hurt us, hey, you got me, Zeke.
And you got all of
That's
us too.
true. You guys are pretty cool. Okay. I defer to the group. But if I get guillotined, I'm coming back as a ghost and I'm haunting your asses.
Oh, fully
I'm pretty
accept
sure
that.
if they get
Yeah,
to you, I'd be dead
absolutely.
first.
Deal.
It's true. All right.
All in favor of going to another dimension? It is unanimous. We're going to another dimension. All right. I just think we should let him know. Elena's gonna turn.
Anything we need to know? Disco, Illusion Disco?
Disco Ada.
I can tell you Disco Prime, Disco Alpha. Belle, you're sounding like you're underwater. I'm not sure if it switched mics on you or something. Disco Prime has a flair for the dramatic.
What do you mean?
It's kind of... I like to perform for small crowds. Disco likes to... It's like a whole production.
Oh,
I'm not allowed to describe it because it's always supposed to be a surprise. Like I cannot physically let the words out of my mouth. There's magic on it.
gotcha.
But we'll expect a spectacular when we show up. There we go. That's better than being guillotined on arrival. I'm okay with that.
It sounds a lot like being guillotined on arrival.
Have you seen a traveling fair?
You
Yeah.
will not
Or
be
a
guillotined.
traveling?
What? So you said he likes to. You like to perform little. So, what are we gonna arrive to like show tunes or something? What is going on? Like we're just gonna have a
Would that be
festival?
necessarily bad? The alternative is guillotining, which I don't think is going to happen.
I can tell you it's not show tunes. No, thank you.
All right. Yeah, let's. Oh shit! Wait a minute. Barney, I need some ale, please. Do you have the fruit beer, like the craft, before we go?
Through the door, he just.
There's a bunch of kegs back there. Just feel free to tap one.
Thank you, Barney. Your hospitality is still amazing.
I'm sorry I yelled at you, Barty.
It's okay.
I'll just start. He like tears into one of the kegs and starts.
Farron's with you. We're
Yeah.
about to do some weird shit.
Yeah, we're gonna get turned.
So Disco Ada is sitting there. He's like, what do we do with him?
Well, we're not letting him go.
Yeah, well.
I have to leave my rod with him if we leave him here. Which we can do.
But
I mean, we can just kill him.
hey, I'm down either way. Like, what do we need to do? Because I'm just saying, it would be good for you to take your rod with you.
No, I always suggest never leaving your rod alone.
Yeah.
So, if you want to kill him, we can grab your rod and go, or we can leave your rod and go, or he can keep playing with your rod while we're here. What do you want?
I don't know what's gonna happen with my rod if I'm in another place.
Then we have to.
I can hear Belle laughing through Lodam's mic. And it's amazing.
Okay.
We're professionals.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
go.
professionals. Okay.
we got this.
This is a mature game. The players sure as hell aren't.
I have an idea. We can put a leash on him and make him real small. Like pocket Duragar.
It's not a terrible. But wait,
Does
pocket?
Prime
I'm not
have
gonna hold
somewhere
him.
we could keep him if we brought him with us?
do we just kill him?
Disco doesn't quite keep people or things.
He did hit me
As-
really hard and already looks pretty.
Like
rough.
if we bring him with, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he's gonna. This Prime is gonna be like stoked when we arrive. Let alone if we have like some little pocket demon Duragar with us.
You want me to just off him?
Zeke
That's
walks
an
up.
alternative.
Zeke walks up to this dwarf and just like looks down at him, and he's like, "What do you want us to do with you?"
Let me go or kill me. Just figure it out.
There we go.
Carl doesn't even say nothing. He just goes and puts his great sword on his neck and pushes down.
And as you go to push it down, a weird force actually propels everyone except Farron away from this Duragar.
Okay.
And now there's a strange, like, 15-foot radius bubble around Farron and this Duragar.
Okay.
And the Duragar is like,
What are you doing to me?
This isn't me, and I'll draw my sword.
he goes to grab at the...
I look to Disco immediately, and I'm like, "Are you doing this?"
This is not me.
Your detect magic is still up, Zeke.
Yeah.
There is nothing coming from this weird force.
I don't think it's Rinaldo.
Can we hear everything that the Durgar and Farron are saying?
Dead silence. You hear nothing from inside, Farron. You hear nothing from outside. So he starts to reach for the your rod, and his hand just goes through it as if it's ethereal, and he just kind of stands up, like as if and it goes through him. It's still in place.
It's still there, yeah.
I guess it's you or me. And he lunges at you to attack. Can you make a dexterity? Make an initiative roll. Let's see who actually can hit first.
That's not great. That's a 10.
Cool. He got a 9.
Oh.
So as he's going to attack you, make an attack.
All right. I will. Do I get a full turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna swing Shatter Spike at him. It's not great. Not great at all. That's an 11.
You have advantage because I say so.
Okay.
It's part of this stuff that's going on.
Still an 11 because that second roll was a nat 1.
Okay. So it misses, and he goes and he tries to deck you in the face again. That's a nat 20. So that's another
Barely hits.
8 points of bludgeoning damage to the face. And
Can anybody get through this bubble?
then he goes invisible. I mean, you can try.
Yeah,
Zeke
Call's,
is gonna...
Call's running to try to get through this bubble.
It
Yeah.
feels like solid stone almost.
Yeah, he's like fucking trying to deck it. He's trying to get through this damn bubble.
Farron, so he clocked you in the face and then disappeared.
I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna channel my daredevil senses.
He's
my blind sight.
directly in front of you. Didn't move.
And I'm gonna just take a big ol' swing at him.
Still at advantage.
Right. That's gonna hit. That's a 23.
All right.
And that will do.
If Yami is out, you do not feel the attachment to him, so you can't do his little
Can't do
jolt.
his extra. Yeah. Yeah, no, Yami's out.
Yeah, so he's outside the dome as well.
That's going to
Clawing at
be 12 points of magical slashing.
So you stab right through his chest. You all watch silently as the blade just goes right through him, and he goes and slumps on Farron's blade. He was pretty messed up from all the other damage previously.
Me too.
And as he slumps, the dome fades. You can all hear each other again. That was some weird shit.
What?
Everything leading to this point was weird shit.
What was that?
What was that?
Anybody that
Zeke
would
is-
like to can make an Arcana check.
Zeke is gonna run up to Farron and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Please.
I have a 23. For Arcana?
17 hit points back.
17. Oh, holy shit.
I got a nat 20 on Arcana.
For a total of?
20.
Well, it is.
I
Hey,
got a 25.
Okay, good.
Okay, so the nat 20 and the 25. This kind of magic, especially it like stuff like that doesn't happen without magic. Even though it not coming up on detect magic, this is like a power beyond, like almost divine power. Some divine entity intervened to make that happen.
Do we have any idea of what?
You can roll a religion check.
Oof.
That's a natural 20 for a 23.
Hey.
Shit.
The only one that would probably intervene in such a magical way would likely be Mistra, the goddess of magic.
Mistra.
Farron, as the magic washes over you, you look down on your hand and there's a ring that wasn't there before.
Shit.
It's a gold band, and it looks like it has two foxes kind of nestled in each other, and almost like a yin-yang symbol, but they're both white foxes.
Farron, being Farron, is just gonna.
Whoa, what is that?
I found it.
Oh, can I look at it? Identify.
This is a ring of warmth.
Oh my goodness! You should put that on.
Ooh.
It does require attunement.
It will keep you warm or something.
Oh,
It'll keep
okay.
you warm in temperatures up to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh.
So outside is like a good place for this. Real good place.
So is warm like body temperature warm? Like what is, or like room temperature warm?
It's more like whatever his body temperature is, the cold will not lower it. So
Wow.
like he's just gonna feel wicked comfy unless it gets really cold.
It's like a living Suffolk.
You're not resistant to cold damage, just environmental
Just-
cold.
Environmental cold. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, hey, Disco,
Yep.
would Disco Prime be able to help us locate a person?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
Would he
believe
be-
it's worth
Would he
the
be
ask.
willing? Yeah. What is he?
Might-
Is he a giving with his magic, or would we need to barter for it?
He's kind of a businessman.
Okay.
Okay.
Gross.
Oh, I hate those.
Is he
Yeah,
like a
gross.
demon devil thing then?
No, it looks just like me.
You don't really know what you look like, do you?
I look like a deep gnome.
Yeah, it's a
Very-
little disturbing.
Yes, Sverfniblin.
Bless you.
Yeah.
I look like you,
Bless
but
you.
dark,
Ooh.
gray, and
Well, I don't know.
bluish
I'm pretty
purple.
handsome.
I would say so. And he kind of like
Thanks,
rubs
good
his
looks.
bald head with the blue tattoos. He's like, I just got a shiny bald head and a pretty sweet goatee.
Okay, so we have nothing left to do here, so let's.
I mean,
Go
there's the
extra dimensional.
Durgar thing at the ferry, but they're probably not going anywhere. I mean, you see how bright this one was.
How does time change when we're in this other dimension?
Good question.
It's
That's a good.
the same as here.
Okay.
There's
Well,
the-
that's fucking annoying.
yeah, there's no wibbly wobbliness, no timey wimey.
Paul reaches in his
Hmm.
haversack and grabs one of the greater potions and tosses it over to Farron.
Oh, thank you. And I'm gonna pouch it for now. Zeke just hit me with some good.
So, are we going?
Yes, you're going to take us to.
Your leader.
I'm gonna grab my rod.
It's no longer ethereal. And you're able to unclick your rod and put it away.
Back in its sheath.
Mm-hmm. So, just, full disclosure. I've got to draw an arcane circle. It's going to take a little bit of time, about 10 minutes. You cool with that?
Yeah. I'm
Zeke.
just gonna drink.
I will do this with my back to you, so you can feel free to kill me if you want.
Fair enough.
Okay. Reaches inside his robe and he pulls out a piece of like sparkly blue chalk and starts drawing a circle. And it takes him about 10 minutes to do it. But the more it goes, the more it starts off as a very faint blue glow, but the more it gets, it's glowing more and more. And then he's like, all right, at the end of the 10 minutes, do you guys want to RP anything in that 10, or is it you're all just like watching him like a hawk?
Well,
Probably
that,
just
but I
drinking and
do.
watching.
Yeah, I do lean over to Elena and. Are you familiar with this magic?
Oh, it's ritual magic. It seems pretty
Yeah.
standard to me. Elena's also going to be like nearby Zeke as well, just like making sure if he needs any reassurance or anything like that. She's just a presence there. Just
Oh,
Yeah.
Carl's been sitting Indian style, like right behind him.
Yeah, Zeke would definitely have like sat crisscross applesauce and grabbed like, you know, he's probably got handfuls of food places, and he and Pharaoh are just like eating food, but we're not like it is like a hawk. Like,
Okay, so Elena won't break his concentration on that, but she's saying it loud enough to Laurel, fairly loud enough that you can hear it. Just like, it seems like standard ritual magic. This is not unlike what Midge did when she had to do her door. I don't recall.
It does look like a different spell than that, though.
I mean, it does seem different the way Midge did it, but this does still seem like ritual magic. This is
Okay.
this is not weird at all.
Okay.
For me.
Carl's halfway through his second thing of
Egg?
ale. Yeah.
Blink.
So towards the end of the 10 minutes, he kind of looks back at you. He's like, all right, now, as soon as I do this last symbol, it's going to get crazy, and y'all just got to trust me and run in after me, all right? It's only going to stay open for about, maybe 15 seconds. You can stand on it now if you want. It's going to be the same result, but, I'm just letting you know. Also, have any of you ever teleported before? Ever?
Nope.
No.
No.
no. And if I lose my head,
It's your ass.
haunting.
Carl just holds Zeke's head just to make sure it stays there.
All right, are we ready?
Yami and I will stand on the circle, I guess.
Elena will as well.
Zeke is not. He's on the outside of the circle watching.
So he draws
If
the last...
anything happens, you're there.
He draws the last symbol, and all of it lights up like with a bright flash, almost blinding, and all the symbols kind of start to spin on the floor, and they seem to like glow in a weird triple way where they spread through the floor and above the floor. Instantly, as soon as the light hits about knee level on Farron, Yami, and Elena blink out. And then Disco's like, all right, I'm going. And he runs through and...
We're going, Zeke. We gotta go.
Let's go! And he's gonna jump
Alright,
in like
buddy.
cannonball.
Carl's still holding his head and jumps in.
Laura, you jump in too?
Yes.
Okay. So as you all get blinked out, you feel all of the air completely sucked from your lungs. Like pulled forcefully. And everything is bright and then super dark. And you catch your breath, and you are in complete darkness. Alright, now I said he has the flair for the fireworks start going off in the distance all around you. Purple, ethereal looking spotlights start going around like at a show. More fireworks. And then the two spotlights train across from where you are, and it looks like you are on like 100-foot square platform of stone in the middle of nowhere, and the spotlights trace across a pathway that purple torches, the flames are purple, light up, and it goes all the way down to an even larger platform where a bunch of torches and sconces light all the way around it. And there's an explosion of like neon purple smoke. And you hear, ta-da! And the smoke clears and you see another Disco. This one has no symbol on his chest. His robes are a bit fancier. He's got like that high wizard collar. He's got a really fancy looking staff. Welcome to Disco's Emporium. Who the hell are you?
Is this what dying feels like?
Are we dead?
No.
Zeke is looking for. He's like holding his
I
neck.
know, right?
He's like expecting this is like.
Go ahead and make a medicine check, Zeke.
Could make a medicine check.
Yeah.
That was a 14.
It seems, attached.
Okay.
I still got a hand on it. It should be there.
Theron will step forward. We are the vagrants of failed. Wait.
We are
Um,
1, 2, 3. The Agents
Agents
of
of
SHAILD.
Yeah, guys, we still gotta work on that.
Am I supposed to
Or
know
help
what
if
that
everyone
means?
pitched in.
The smoke's kind of settling down and his arms are slowly.
Ta-da.
Ada, what's going on? Well, you see, boss, they caught me. Oh. So you brought
Are you
customers?
part of the Illuminati?
Oh, hell no. Ada,
Insight check.
go ahead.
Inside check.
Okay. He's like, Ada, go help the boys out in the back.
It's
Ada's
another
like,
14.
Ada's just like, yeah, I mean, he seems like he's, being open-ish. There's a little bit of suspicion to him. Laurel, you're confused as to, like, you're more like watching Zeke. Not quite. He's like, well, this is Disco's Emporium. I'm Disco. I'm Disco Alpha, Disco Prime. Hey. I sell stuff. You want to buy stuff?
What stuff are you selling?
So
Where
glad you
are
sh-
we?
So glad you should ask. Also a great question. First of all, you are way across my emporium. Are you going to walk in?
You should probably just go.
Zeke doesn't move.
So for those of you that do decide to walk it, it's like a 40-foot hallway almost, but with no walls, no ceiling. And now that the spotlights are not on you and not as bright, and the fires are the purple sconces are what's there, it looks like you are surrounded by a sea of stars on all sides except your strange floating platforms.
Oh, Zeke, you're missing all the stars.
Oh, he can see them.
Oh.
There is nothing above anywhere. So everybody except Zeke walks down this hallway?
Zeke, do you recognize these stars?
Do I?
Actually-
recognize anything?
Make a history check.
Ooh.
Advantage?
Yes.
Wow. That was another 14.
Zeke has been to the astral plane before, right?
If that's where Pharaoh is from, then yes.
Yes.
Then yes.
This looks pretty familiar, but the rules seem different. There's gravity for one.
He'll turn to Pharaoh and ask her, this looks really familiar. Do you recognize any of this?
You know what kind of reminds me of home?
But like not quite, right?
Yeah, not quite.
Because there's like a down.
Yeah, normally
Maybe
there's a wherever you want to go. Yeah, and you try to will yourself to move like you would have in the astral plane, and you don't go anywhere.
This looks and feels weird. I don't know. I don't trust him.
So those of you walking down the pathway towards the main area, some more purple smoke appears in parts of the room, and then there's like display cases with like floating objects spinning in them with light shining on them. It almost looks like a very expensive store crossed with a museum. He's like, I've got stuff, and I can get stuff. So if you think of stuff, I might be able to acquire it for you at a later date. I can also make stuff, but that takes time.
What kind of stuff? Like, you just...
Well, let's direct you here to this first case. And here we have, and you see in it, it kind of looks like almost like an obsidian boomerang. Like it looks like it's made of glass, but instead of the light glinting off of it like white or its actual color, it only seems to glint off like an oil spill color. This is a boomerang, but it's a magical boomerang. It's a little bit better than a regular boomerang.
Well, I'm not really in the market for boomerangs.
Okay. All right. May I direct you to the next case? And you see two rocks, about potato-sized. They seem carved with what almost looks like a face, but it's just like sleeping closed eyes and a mouth, and that's really it. These here are sending stones. It's kind of like you can talk to each other, but you don't have to be next to each other. You know what I mean?
Carl looks back at like Laurel and like, do y'all want any of this shit? It's like...
You guys are tough cookies. All right, may I direct you here to the next case? And you see a pair of boots, and they are very fancy-looking boots. They look exactly like Drengir's boots. These are boots of the Winterlands. They will keep you warm as hell.
That might be useful.
What size are these boots?
Whatever size you need them to be.
Oh,
It's kind of like one size fits all.
Yes, I believe we're in a magic emporium. Magic item emporium.
Must be a magic emporium because yeah.
In this next case, you see another pair of boots. We have these. These are a little different. These are the boots of false tracks. You want to leave some crazy tracks behind? These will do it. You want to look like a dragonborn? Well, these will make your tracks look like a dragonborn. Want to make your tracks look like you're walking backwards? These can do it. Want to make your tracks a little bigger, a little smaller? These can do it. I feel like I'm losing.
The last two are piquing interest.
Okay.
Get warm.
I still have a few things. I still have a few other things. Let me see. He goes to the next case and he pulls off like a vinyl velour cover to it. It's purple, same like royal purple as everything else. And you see just a ring floating in it, and it almost seems to like shift in place ever so slightly. This here is a ring of evasion. Once a day, if something hits you, you can decide it doesn't hit you. You can decide to succeed one dex check that you failed once per day. With that. I've got a couple potions. I've got a potion of cold resistance, and I have the piece de resistance. And he gestures you to a small little display case with like almost like a moving star field on its velour thing, and he pulls it, and you see a bottle, and inside it looks very similar to the Sea of Stars, the stars that were on the cover. It's just a floating stars in liquid in the bottle. This is a potion of possibility.
What necessarily does that do?
Let's say you do something. You suck at it. If you drank this potion, you can decide to try again. Almost like rewinding time for a brief second. Essentially, this gives you 1 luck point until you use it. Now that's all I have for, the run-of-the-mill stuff. do have 2 special projects in mind.
What would those be?
He's like,
Out of curiosity.
Is anybody within arm's reach of him?
No, I'm like at least 15 to 10 feet back.
Baron would be close. He doesn't have a great sense of personal space when he's interested in stuff.
he's like,
Like he's just like, oh,
So
Elena,
Hey,
Elena is definitely close by as well.
okay, so Farron and Elena, he's like, all right, you two, you seem pretty cool. You're cool, right? All right, come here. Just each of you hold one hand out. And he takes his hands and he rolls your hands closed. Now I want you to shake your hands a lot. Doesn't matter how, just shake your hand. I don't care. And both of your hands swell with an item. Farron,
Oh,
it didn't dawn on me till I heard Bell from across the house how that came out.
so big.
Farron, in your hand is roughly a 3-inch sphere. It looks like a multifaceted gem. Each face is really tiny and completely reflects all light that hits it. Elena, in your hand is roughly a 3-inch cube. Looking at it, you see all the arcane symbols appear and disappear in different places on each side. And it's like fade in, fade out, fade in, fade out. And it's random.
That's the sphere of disco and the cube of disco.
I'm seeing arcane symbols on here.
Have you guys ever heard of Netheril? Netherese?
what is that?
So,
What?
Netherese or Netheril. Anybody can roll a history or arcana check if they want to.
22.
24.
You've heard of Netheril. It is an ancient magical civilization that came to an end several thousand years ago.
Because of the Nominati.
That's to be debated.
You act like that isn't a common question. you always look so surprised when I ask.
Oh, he looks something, but not surprised.
Oh man. Okay.
So the sphere there, and that's kind of a different one. 3 people can attune to it at a time. And then what it does is it makes everyone in a certain area get jiggy with it. If you're attuned to it, you can decide to just pass. You don't have to do it. Here, I'm attuned to it. Let me see it.
I would like everyone to please make a wisdom saving throw.
Everyone, even the ones who have stayed back?
Laurel and Zeke are too far away.
Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say that they like slowly came up from behind.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like he's definitely like looking up at the stars, but he's not like super close.
If you would be within 30 feet of Disco.
Probably.
Okay,
That would-
probably.
Probably.
That
Is
would be
this
16 for a 15. Yeah.
is this a saving throw against magic?
It sure is.
All right.
14 for Farron and an 8 for Yami.
Okay.
7
22.
for Elena.
What was that?
7
Thank
for
you.
Elena. Sorry. Oops. Who are you talking to?
Did anybody
Which one?
else roll below a 12? Okay, Elena, you cannot help yourself and start dancing. And you also notice that when he's using it, it kind of floats up and starts to spin and is reflecting even more light.
It's son of a bitch.
Goddamn, just God.
All right. And he's like, he grabs it out of the sky, and you no longer feel the need to dance.
I see Elena sort of like hands on knees, just like she's about to twerk, and then she's like, "Oh, thank gods! Oh, thank the gods! Thank the gods! I know exactly where that was going."
This can be used once a day. Anybody attuned to it is unaffected, and everybody else within 30 feet, they might start dancing.
If we get that, I'm attuning to that.
How much?
Do you want to know what the last thing does, or do you want to start talking numbers?
No, I want to know what the last thing does.
All right. So
Not
this
just
one,
the disco dance.
and he points at it, and do one of you all want to try it?
Try what?
The cube.
The cube.
Elena has it. Is it? Oh no.
Oh dear.
What kind of cube is it?
It's the cube of disco. So he starts.
I'm gonna start dancing.
So he's pointing at it.
Is it just gonna like open up and like, you know, hell and, you know, everything?
It's not a puzzle box.
Okay.
Elena's gonna volunteer.
All right. So
The Tesseract.
you gotta if you attune to it, it's really easy to use. I'm attuned to it. If you look right here on the side, and you look on, it's like an arbitrary side, but there's one spot that seems to be blinking only the same symbol. Go ahead and push that. Roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh boy. $70.
Everyone, all of you, including Disco, turn invisible.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
It's a friggin' Illuminati.
Yeah, it is.
It's the Nominati!
What do you mean? We're all right here.
You can't see each other.
Look at me.
I have blind sight.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah,
Oh.
fair, and you're fine.
What?
Where
Well, I can't see you.
fuck did everybody? What?
What do you mean?
Who
I'm
was
right
that?
here.
I cannot see you.
What?
Elena,
Are you-
reach out. Reach out towards me.
Where are you?
Follow my voice.
So I see
Oh, we
Laurel
really gotta
reaching
play
this way.
Marco Polo right now? Just to,
No,
Elena's gonna be
damn
like,
it.
yep, over here, over here.
Has everyone gone crazy?
No, we've all gone blind. Except for the rest of the store. I think
You can
Wait
still
a
see
second.
everything around you. The items are all there. The ground's
We just
there.
can't see everything
Can't see
else.
each other.
Each other. Yeah.
I think we're invisible.
After about a minute, you all turn visible again. So that
Okay.
thing, it's kind of like random what it does. It's usually good.
That's handy to have.
So,
Okay.
you were already talking money there. And he looks, Laurel, he looks at you. Yeah, so you said you wanted to talk money?
How much are these your named gizmos?
Well, the cube of disco is 150 gold.
Done.
Okay. The
How
spheres,
much do we have? We have like 50,000.
yeah.
20,000 of that, or sorry, 15,000 of that is specifically in gems. It is rubies, emeralds, and sapphires.
I fucking forgot about all of the money that we put
And the
in the bag.
haversack.
We got.
I'm sitting here like, all right, I got 30 gold. So
Yeah,
what do you
right.
think I could buy? And you're over there with a
Like-
whole. All right, everything's on Laurel.
So you said 20,000 is gems?
Yes.
Oh damn. Okay, 20,000 is gems. Okay.
All right, so 20,000 is
No,
gems
15,
and the
15,000.
15.
Okay, 15. Okay.
So you have 35,000
35?
in gold and platinum.
Okay, but I'm not letting him know.
No,
You know, we're
not.
just poor, simple adventurers.
Ronaldo was in the tavern room
Fuck.
when you were there. Granted, that was Ada, and he has left the room, and you didn't hear him mention that to Prime.
Good.
I mean, so, alright. So it's 150 for the cube, 500 for the sphere.
All right.
What else we thinking?
How
Well,
much
I
are
mean,
the boots?
Which ones?
Yeah.
The warm ones or the false tracks?
Probably. I feel
Just-
like we would want the warm ones, but
False track ones would be handy.
yeah.
Lay it on us.
They are one of my more expensive items. They are 10,000 gold.
Yeesh.
Yes, you short guy.
Hi. Do you have anything that can find the Nominati?
Or find someone.
Find someone.
Find some. Yeah.
Generally, yes. There's always instances where it doesn't work. Finding the Nominati. I've been working on that. Why do you know about the Nominati? Ada?
It's not
No.
his fault. We've been looking for him.
I've been looking for the
already.
Nominati my whole.
Yeah.
I think I paused myself.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk. Let's finish business first.
You're not
Well, I
really
wanted to know
arms
if you
dealer,
had
are you?
anything to buy. I feel like
Oh,
that was business.
I don't have anything to buy like that. I mean, I do have magic. I can try and locate a person.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
one
how
person.
much would purchasing that service be?
Depends on how much money you spend on items.
Oh, all right.
I might throw it in for free.
Can we
Depends
get
on how
like
much
a
you spend.
group rate going on here? If we buy several of your items.
If you buy several of
Uh,
my items, I'll throw in the spell for free.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Let's go talk.
Listen, this is a business. I do need to make
What's
money.
the ring? There was a ring?
The ring of evasion?
Oh, evasion. Okay.
That can be handy. Or
That would be handy.
Cal,
Yeah.
maybe? Want to be faster?
That ring there is it's 5,000 gold.
5,000.
The boomerang, if anybody's interested, it's 1,200 gold. False boots, false tracks, 1,800. Potion of cold resistance, 350 gold. And my potion of possibility, 25,000 gold.
Yikes.
Can I grab the boomerang and just give it a good feel?
It is in a glass case.
Disco, can I hold the boomerang?
Sure. And he reaches into a pouch and he pulls out a boomerang that looks just like it and hands it over to you.
That's fine. I just want to get a feel for if I think I could use a boomerang.
Give it a throw.
All right, I'm chucking it.
Make an attack roll. Add your dex mod. And your proficiency.
What happens with a boomerang and a natural one?
So you throw it. And it starts to, instead of like, like a normal boomerang that curves up, it just starts to go off the edge and down. Disco's like, nope. And it just all of a sudden comes back up over the edge. And he's like, let's put that away for now.
Yeah, I don't think a boomerang's for me.
I don't either.
Can I try?
Sure.
Zeke, you already have a boomerang, right? Roll the same, but also add 1 to the attack roll, because it is a +1.
17.
So Zeke, you just look at Farron like, and it goes like up, it goes like straight out, like maybe 100 feet or so, goes up, curves around, comes right back at you.
Oh, I get it. I don't have enough magic.
No, it's not magic. Here, try again. It was the Nominati, remember?
Are you sure?
Yeah, they wanted you to doubt yourself.
Don't let him throw it again, please.
Shush. Try it again.
Oh, okay. That's a 12.
So you throw it up. It doesn't go. It goes about half as far as when Zeke did it. It kind of goes up and swoops around, then skids across the ground and lands in front of your feet.
Yeah,
Improvement.
these aren't for me. I'll stick to my sword.
Okay, but like, I think you could do it.
Thank you, Zeke.
So, what all are you
Alright,
interested in?
Elena, what do you think? Should we get the? And I'm leaning in real close to talk pretty quietly because I don't want Disco to know how much money we have. But I'm leaning real close to Elena and definitely those boots of the hinterlands. I think, even though they're really pricey, I think that would be really good for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
I mean, the potion of possibility was really handy to have, but that is just really
that's hefty.
steep.
That's hefty. I mean, we'll throw in for the sphere and the cube. I think.
Okay.
What do you think about the ring of evasion?
I really think that'd be handy for like one of our heavy hitters, or even like Hal
Okay.
or something like that.
Okay, that was 1,800, I think.
5K for the Ring of Evasion.
5K. Oh, 1,800 was the boots of
False tracks.
false tracks. Okay. All right. Well, with a grand total of 15,650.
So what are you getting?
The boots of the hinterland, the cube and the sphere
Mm-hmm.
Of Disco.
of Disgu, and the ring of evasion.
Okay.
So how does 15,000 sound?
15,000 sounds like you're gonna have to pay for a spell.
And how much would the spell be?
Oh,
650?
in and around there.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Maybe if you buy a couple other items, I might be able to talk you down. You might be able to talk me down.
What potions were there?
Potion of cold
Yeah.
resistance and potion of possibility.
Potion of cold resistance. We can throw that one in. That one's 350, right?
What about those space rocks?
Sending stones.
Yeah, what about the
Oh.
Those will handy to have from cross distances.
Do they have a like a range, or is it like infinite?
So if you're on the same plane of existence, I mean, you can be anywhere.
Wow.
When you're on different planes, reception's a little sketchy.
How much are we talking there, Disco?
No, 2,000. Round about
Why
there.
is it faces?
It's just kind of the way the magic makes the special stones turn. I didn't make it.
You talk into one, the other one talks to the person on the other end.
Yeah, it's kind of like you talk into the eye, it talks out the mouth.
These stones come with instructions.
You hold it.
Hopefully,
Just talk into it.
Here,
you
we
say,
can
"Hey."
try.
yeah, I'm gonna need like Zeke and
He pulls a couple sending stones out and
Elena
gives them to you.
and Laurel to like give me a class.
Zeke will
on-
hand one to Call,
He takes it.
and he's gonna skitter down the hallway, like 100 feet.
Elaine's gonna stick by just to help out.
Call.
You hear Zeke coming out of the little rock as clear as if he was standing next to you.
Cole just looks at it for a second. Like, it's a rock. What the... Zeke, are you in the rock?
I am not in the rock. Are you in the rock?
No, I'm holding it.
Me too.
See?
What?
You just talking to it.
Oh, that's...
It sends your voice to the other rock. Just these ones, though.
Zeke, I think the Nominati has you. What is...
You think
Disregard that. Disregard that.
You think Disco is the Illuminati?
So, point of order, Zeke, you do not hear anyone else talking except Call through the stone. It seems that only the person holding it, my pencil is invisible. Only people holding it can speak through it, but everybody can hear through it.
All right. All right, Disco. 18,000.
Did you want that boomerang too?
I look to Zeke.
Zeke, do you want the? He calls holding.
Oh yeah, he's like 100 feet away playing
Calls like,
walkie-talkie with Call.
Do you want the boomerang? They want to know, do you want the boomerang?
Yeah, I want the boomerang. Give me
I'll
the
take
boomerang.
She wants the he wants the boomerang.
The boomerang's 1,200.
1,200.
They say it's a lot of money. God.
What's that put you at for a total?
19,200. 19,200. Does everyone agree with that price?
I sure do.
Of course you do.
That's the most money I've ever heard of in my entire life.
I know.
I have never spent this much.
I don't know where this money. I don't know where this money came from. So I would want to give it back, but I don't know where it came from. So
All's all for it. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Yeah. Let's pull this trigger. Treat ourselves. Yes, we are pulling the trigger.
All right. So I will throw in. You're looking for somebody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's do a transaction first of all. He pulls all like the items out of his person, and as he holds them over to you, and then you pass over the money.
Yeah, I motion for Call to come over with the big bag
and just holds it in front.
And just like.
And you wanted to make a deal? Is there more?
No.
Make a
You're
deception
hitting
check.
you're hitting the bottom of our pockets.
You can make a deception check with advantage with Call's help there.
This is the bottom of our pockets. Deception, huh? Ooh, that's no good. She's an honest bean. That's a 17, actually.
All right.
We have no more.
All right.
So
You are taking us for all we're worth.
So as he hands over the items, they disappear out of the display boxes, and you now all have that list of items. All of them are in D&D Beyond, so feel free to add them as you need to.
All right. And now we've got to get down to real business.
And that's where we're going to take our break. So we will be back in about 5 to 10.
Great.
Barring no technical difficulties this week. I hope. I restarted the computer, I swear. All right, so we will be back shortly. Everybody hydrate, do what you need, and we'll be back shortly. Donate! Donate! Roll for Ukraine! Support Ukraine. Okay. We are back. As we last saw the Agents of SHAILD buy a bunch of crazy magic items from Disco the Magnificent. And then he said, let's get talking the real business. And as he says that, the lights kind of dim down. Purple smoke kind of swirls up behind, like in a circle kind of around Disco. And 7 chairs pop up. And they all look like super padded, dark walnut chairs. And he just kind of jumps and sits in one that's a little bit taller, backed than the rest of them. Everyone has to sit down. You know, this is some heavy shit.
Okay. Yeah, I take a seat. Sure.
Elena is as well. Yeah.
Right. Once everybody's seated down, a table spins out of nothing and is a round table between all of you. And there's like steaming hot food, snacks, ale, meat, juice, water, tea, like anything and everything you can think of.
Okay, how much is this going to cost us?
Your time.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Cole picks up the... Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
It's not
Cole's
free.
like, I'll give you as much time as you
It's
want.
kind of like whatever you remember the best ale you've ever had, it just mimics that. And it's same with the rest of the food. I mean, like, there's turkey, but like whatever you think of as like you're the best turkey you've ever had, it's just like it.
Yeah, that put
All
that
the foods
taco
like
meat
that.
on your chest type ale. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Whew.
Disco kind of
This
sits,
is best.
and Zeke, you notice that Disco and you are all roughly at the same head level as everybody else, as if your chairs had kind of lifted you up a little bit. And he's kind of eyeing you all over the food. I need to know what you know before I tell you anything.
He's gonna sit up super straight, and he's just gonna go, just like let loose for however long it takes.
Okay.
He knows a lot.
Are
Yeah,
you
well,
going
we
to
know
leave,
more than you know. Yeah.
Are you going to leave anything out?
He leaves out some things. Anything that what would he leave out? Anything he may have done that wasn't the best idea. Like maybe he's done some sketchy shit because he's, chasing the Illuminati. So anything that would implicate him in crimes, he was gonna leave out.
Okay.
But for the most part, like the knowledge of who they are and what he knows about what they do, he would talk about. But he would leave out anything that he may have done in pursuit.
Okay. I would like you to make a persuasion or a deception roll, your choice. And if it's persuasion, you can do it with advantage. Just let me know which one you roll.
Persuasion for a natural 20.
So he barely blinks during this. Almost no reaction to him. He's just dead eye watching Zeke the whole time. Because, I mean, unfortunately, you all have very little to give on this topic. Only what Zeke has told you. And what little you've seen on your own. And as you kind of come to a stop, it's just silence for a second. He's like, well, you've got most of the finer points right. Have any of you ever heard of a wish spell?
Things of legends.
You can get almost anything you want. Sometimes for a cost. My simulacrums. How many did he tell you there are?
9.
9.
Well, 9 including me, right?
Yes. So there should be 8.
Well, I used to have 9 simulacrum. I made a wish for all of them to become real. And they did. They all are real. They're no longer simulacrum.
Why does he think he is? He thinks he can't be healed.
I'll get to that. Trust me, it makes sense. So, there's one for every school of magic. Except now, there's not one for necromancy. Disco Kappa went rogue. And he started the Nominati. And to kind of keep this from the others, so that they don't go rogue, we all agreed for me to wipe that from their memory. That they were made real, and that Kappa left.
What school of magic did Kappa represent?
Necromancy.
Of course.
Of course.
He started diving deep into, I mean, each one of them, they were,
Is that
imbued
where
with
the
the
little
will.
light heads came from?
Lightheads?
No, I think those are strictly.
You remember the light heads, the little dead little people with the light coming out of their head?
Nah, I
I
don't.
believe it's strictly Ice Witch.
No.
Oral?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just 2-bit playing as a goddess. Darn lesser deities thinking they're all that and hoity-toity.
Well, can you stop what she's doing to the 10 towns? Cause
No.
it's. Well then, she's greater than you are.
You're not wrong, and I hate it.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure that, if you're to be an ally of ours.
That's a strong word. Disco's allies with Disco. I make friends. I do contracts. Friends? One of my friends is out in the world and also trying to take me out. So, I don't do friends.
who do you think is the biggest threat, since you know both?
No, it's absolutely Kappa. Oral might become a bigger threat. I think she's trying to become a full-fledged, deity.
So you're telling me that everything going on in the Dale is not because of the Nominati?
Oh, not much, no.
Well, what the fuck did I come up here for?
I mean, they are involved in some things. I mean, the whole winter and Ice Witch stuff, that seems different. That's not his style. But convincing people to do things and getting them ideas, that's his style. Subterfuge. These Duragar, some of the other discos have been telling me they've seen him out and about. That seems his style. Collecting stuff, building something.
With what?
The Chardolin, that strange metal.
Yeah. How many Discos do you have in Icewind Dale?
Oh, right now, Ada was the only one at the moment. Sometimes
Okay.
they kind of keep and go. Ada's the only one that goes. You were in East Haven?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of his posts. He hangs out there. He says he likes to play music at the tavern.
Yeah. That's...
Not my style.
What do you mean by post? Do you have them
Right?
in across the continent to look for Kappa?
A little further than that, but yes.
So it's true that that Kappa is across planes.
He could be anywhere.
I've been right this whole time.
He has access to everything I did when I created him.
Yikes. Can he do a wish spell?
That's the only one he can't. I got that after I made them. And unfortunately, I can never cast it again.
Wow.
I still know it, but I can't use it.
Huh.
Who can learn it per se?
Oh. Most of the heavy magic types. You know, wizards like myself, sorcerers of some type. Occasionally some of the other folk that it's like top tier magic. So if you can't quite reach that top tier, you can't learn it.
I see.
And even then, it's still a little sketchy. These two naturey types, I don't think they can learn it. You might.
I don't believe I'm strong enough.
Well, eventually. Not right now. I've been at this magic game for a few hundred years.
Zeke, what do you think?
I always knew they were real, and I just feel so validated. And I mean, I would have never guessed it was one person this whole time.
Well, you see, he started it.
But
I'm sure he recruited.
if we, you know, what's the phrase? Cut the head off the camel, off the
No, that's it.
monkey.
That's it.
Sure.
Oh, that
I mean,
works
if you
too.
cut the head off of anything, I think that's a yeah.
Then
I didn't
and
cook
then
much growing up.
yeah, I don't remember the phrase. But then you can disrupt the whole thing. So if we get Kappa, which you're trying to do, then the whole thing goes away. Right?
I mean, I've been looking for him for about 2 centuries. There's no telling really what he's gotten done in that time.
Sure, but you said that you think he's working with the Dwargar. He could be around here. We heard there
So-
was a fortress.
Right.
A castle
Sunblade?
thing.
Castle Sunblade.
Do you know anything about that?
No, I haven't heard anything about that. Ada, come back out here.
But you know, he's building something with the Chardolin.
I mean, I don't know why
The
else he
king.
would collect it. Like, there's no reason to collect. Don't touch the stuff.
Why?
Why?
The magic that it's infused in is like ancient hatred and malice. It's real bad. And it hurts. And it can make you go really crazy. Like, you think your friend there's crazy right now. I mean, I know you know he's not crazy now because everything's true. But you know how you thought he was crazy? It makes
No.
you go like way crazy.
Never thought I was crazy.
But what if, and hear me out, what if we just think really good thoughts and we're not malice and angry and all those things, and then when we touch it, we're better than it, and our magic is gooder.
I like that.
I mean, you can certainly try that. It's worth a shot, I guess. Do you happen to have
Or
some
we
of it?
blow it up.
I think that's the better
So you
idea.
can think of nothing that they would use this Chardolin to make, like a purpose that it could have.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe like it's already kind of magical, so it might accept magic easy, you know, like an enchantment or something. But I'm not sure what What enchantment? Unless they're trying to make like a giant golem or something.
When's the last time you've seen or even heard of Kappa? Last time you had any sort of bearing on him?
I was pretty hot on his trail about 100 years ago.
So it's been a long time. Shit.
But I've been coming across more like, what are your names?
Oh,
You told me the Agents of SHAILD, and I...
Oh yeah, I'm good at that. That's what we are. That's our name right there. Agents of SHAILD, sir.
Your parents either hated you or you changed your name to something dumb.
Yeah, we.
don't get me
parents
started.
way
Don't
gone
get
for
me
it.
started.
Is Disco your real name?
Absolutely, 100%.
Insight check.
Please. They're making tacos.
23.
No, he's serious. His name's Disco.
Even with the 23.
Yeah, no, there's no lie to it at all. His name is Disco.
Your parents must have hated you.
I don't really remember them too much.
Oh, well, we were talking about naming conventions, and parents must have really hated
My name
you
is
for naming
amazing.
convention and-
Both myself and my name are magnificent.
I thought your name was Disco.
Is Disco.
A magnificent.
Disco
You
the
just said
Magnificent.
your name is amazing.
Magnificent.
Yeah.
Like
But
your parents were
Is your name
killed
amazing or
54
Disco?
attendees.
My name is amazing. And my
It's
name
amazing.
is Disco.
You have two names.
No.
Amazing Disco the Magnificent.
My name's Farron.
Mm-hmm. My name is Disco.
Laurel.
I have one name.
Okay.
Why do you have two?
I have a name and a title.
I thought that you had a last name, Farron. Or were you lying?
Oh, does that count? I thought
Yeah,
surnames
maybe
didn't
it's
count.
like his middle name. Maybe
No.
it's like Disco Amazing. Don't judge him. We can judge him for the Kappa shit, but maybe don't judge him for his name.
Elena. I don't know these people.
That's a
She's
lie.
my
came here
best
with him.
That
friend.
is a lie.
And you, Agent of SHAILD, and he's looking at you, Call.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're lying.
My parents were amazing. So
Wait, his
They
name is
gave me
amazing
it.
and your parents are amazing?
they
Am I
are.
your parents?
Yeah. What? No.
I mean, maybe everybody's got the same middle name here.
Are you a 7-foot orc woman? I think not.
What are you talking about? Like, no. My name is Disco.
I don't have a middle name.
Amazing.
No.
Disco Amazing.
Elena Amazing Caldwell. I can go with that. Yeah, sure.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
So
Uh-huh.
everybody's amazing? What is going on now?
I mean,
Mine's hyphenated.
I think you are all amazing after the amount of money you just gave me.
I just told you my name is Farron.
Speaking of, I thought we were going to talk about finding someone.
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
you do with all that money, too? Like, where did he
Oh,
put it?
he put it in the same pouch that he was taking the items out of.
Okay.
It's just a little, like, drawstring pouch that opens up quite wide. Sitting on his... yeah, you were looking for somebody?
Yeah. Agent of SHAILD.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Yeah. We were giving chase to an old and Carl kind of hesitates a little bit and like an old friend of mine. He was I feel like the queen you spoke of kind of got to him. And
Oral,
What do you mean by got to him?
after When I seen him up here, his eyes were this like really fluorescent type blue, and it seemed like the cold didn't affect him at all.
If
But-
Oral is able to give powers to somebody, she's a little more powerful than I was giving her credit for.
Apparently, she can bring back the. You spoke of this necromancy, because I myself put my sword through his chest multiple times. Basically, had to leave him for dead. Came back to the spot where he was, and his body was gone.
There was footsteps. Not that a wolf ate him or anything.
And as far as we can tell, as far as I can tell, we all had a similar dream where he just got up and walked away after something
All of
revived
you
him.
had the same dream? Dreams have power.
Even the dogs.
What dogs?
The dogs.
Zeke's
Our
dogs.
sled team.
Oh.
Yeah, Zeke's dogs.
Zeke,
Obviously,
check.
the dogs whose names I'm gonna find
Burn and burn
really quick.
and
Burn and Dern.
burn and dern.
Kenny,
Jenny.
Lenny, Denny, and Jenny.
Yeah,
Burn, Dern, Kenny, Lenny, Denny, and Jenny.
yeah.
I gotta star that.
So Burn is short for Bernard, and Dern is short for Dernard.
Dernard. Dernard, are you serious?
Dernard.
Bernard.
Dernard. Burn and Dern.
Dern.
They're brothers. I obviously think I'm more invested in their plot. Anyway.
So Disco's like,
Yes.
you all had the same dream. Do
I
you,
believe so.
would you mind if I saw it?
Huh?
How is that possible?
Alright, I mean, if... Remember I was talking about, Rinaldo was talking about a seance? I keep an eye on my people, don't worry.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I recall him saying that.
Kind of something similar. If we all just, hold hands here, I can do a thing.
This ain't gonna like hurt any of us or
No.
anything. Sitting here kumbayaing or whatever.
No, you don't even need to close your eyes. You just need to think about the dream.
How
I don't think we need to
invasive
sing
is this?
Kumbaya either.
How invasive is this going to be?
As long as you think about the dream and you're all thinking about the dream, not at all. I'm not going deep.
Alright.
Alright, yeah, call goes.
Alright.
So he holds hands. Everybody thinks about the dream.
Yes.
But also
Yeah.
about the dogs. So he can see what the dogs look like.
Call's trying his hardest, but he keeps like flickering the Cephalic, and it's like, yeah.
Okay. So, in between all of you above the food, you see the landscape of Icewind Dale just appear above the table. And the aurora is coming from the left side of the table straight to what you can see is a miniature doorway with a body next to it. And you recognize it as Midge's doorway and Cephic's body. The aurora comes over, and the single mote comes down, hits it. Bright flash of light, and there he is standing. And starts to walk away, and it just freezes. Because Disco's like, I'm guessing those are the dogs, because now all of a sudden on the side, on the edge, there's a bunch of dogs like playing in the snow.
Yeah, those are my babies.
Focus on the dream. Focus on, is this the guy you're looking
I
for?
miss them.
Yes, that's who we're looking for.
Alright, I need you all to focus on him. So as you all focus on him, it actually zooms in on Cephalic. So it becomes a larger, like, almost Zeke and Disco-sized Cephalic on the table. That's who we want to find, right? I can give it a go.
the landscape disappears, and it's just Sefik there floating. The food kind of just fades away into, like, dust. Don't worry, I can bring it back. And a crystal ball appears in the center of the table, and it's just kind of floating above it. It fills with a dark smoke that turns to a blue flashing light, like the aurora, like Sefik's eyes, like the Cold Light Walker's light. I can't see him. I can tell you the magic found something, but there's nothing there. It's like I'm being blocked.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if maybe Sefik was had like a magic item on him that didn't allow scrying?
Sure.
That's a 9, so probably not.
You don't remember anything.
Any kind of Arcana check to possibly gauge what might be blocking him or
Sure.
blocking that. With the Arcana score, that is dirty 20.
There are some powerful magical items that can block scrying and divination magic.
Were you able to pick out an area, or did it just
Yeah,
not
area.
work?
Definitely still somewhere in the dale.
Something powerful would have to block that.
Something not below ground, I can tell that. Near some people. Get the feeling that there's people.
Well, that cuts out the bubble back well.
Unfortunately.
Oh, whale! Oh my god, I forgot about that. Do you think that Kappa, not to derail this entire conversation, which I realize I am doing, do you think that Kappa could, like, shrink people down and hide them away in a bubble of air on the back of a whale?
I mean, he'd absolutely be capable of it, but I don't know why he would do it.
I'm so sorry.
We're going deep now, guys.
I'm actually crying. Well, of course, he would do it because he's trying to get those people away. Like, hide them. But he doesn't want them dead.
I mean, maybe if he's replacing people, might want to keep them alive for information or something.
Can you look for the whale in your thing?
I have to know what it looks like.
It looks like a whale with a bubble of air on the back. You probably have a good enough imagination.
But that's not how the magic works. I need to know what it looks like a really good idea. I mean, I
Like
can,
if he's able to see it, like Sefik.
I can
Everybody
sure try.
Everybody think about a whale, and everybody think about a bubble of air on the back of the whale, and we'll try to, like, use your thing.
All things like pretty hard. It looks like a kid try to draw on like an Etsy sketch, like one of them little. It's like the ugliest picture of a bubble whale that you've probably ever seen.
Think of like the cutest picture of a whale you could find with like a little bubble hovering above it. That's what Elena's thinking of.
Darren doesn't know what a whale is, so he just thinks about
was just
Yami.
gonna ask.
He just thinks about Yami.
Laurel pictures a quite detailed picture of, at first it's a humpback whale, but then she's not sure, so then she goes into a right whale, and not quite sure. And then an orca, just really not sure.
Okay.
Elena then switches to a narwhal.
With all of your, we're gonna call it assistance.
Yes.
He has
Yes.
disadvantage on this check, and because
Ooh.
it's information given, not even second hand, like this is like third or fourth, the DC is stupid high. It's possible, not probable that this will work. Let's say 14.
Not gonna have.
Nothing's getting it. It's not taking a hold of anything.
All right, hear me out. What if I go with Echo, Eka, Eda, Ada,
Speaking of it, Ada!
and then we go and we look at what it looks like. That defeats the purpose of the scrying.
I think you answered your own question. And Ada comes out.
Never mind.
Yeah, boss. Did they see the Charlatan, or you just talk about it? No, we just kind of talked about it.
We found a Duraguard who had some on him, so we did see what it looked like. We didn't touch it.
Well, did they tell you anything? Did you hear anything? I mean, I heard they were collecting it for, Castle Sunblight. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. Just King Zardarok wanted it. Oh. Well, you're not very helpful, are you? Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, you get back to work, Ada. Right to that, boss.
Wait, Ada, hold on.
Yeah.
Do you think Prime will know about that weird thing that happened that locked me in with the Dwergar?
I mean, you can ask him. Prime's like, what are you talking about?
So,
We'll all think about it, and then you'll get to see it on the table.
Let's give it a go.
yeah.
Yeah. We all picture.
But Zeke, there's six huskies and malamutes in the room
Oh my
when
god.
Zeke is thinking about it.
So you're all holding hands and imagining the scene, and you see the entire party and 6 Malamutes all huddled around Farron and the Duragar as they get pushed back by this barrier. Yami and the dogs are clawing at it, and then the very short fight ensues.
I was saying, in Farron's head, it's kind of like that scene from Sherlock Holmes where he's like predicting the fight as it happens, like discombobulate, and that's how it in Farron's head. That's how it happened, even though he got punched real hard again.
He kind of looks at Farron and kind of smirks a little bit because he sees that Farron's trying to make himself look way cooler than it really was.
He's like, All right, let's see if he knows what this is. What is his Arcana check?
A lot, I know that.
That is, okay. He's like, did you happen to find any kind of like a little box of cards, a leather pamphlet? Only like maybe 20 of them in there.
I don't.
Because that sounds like some very powerful, very weird magic. Kind of sounds like the deck of many things to me. You're not playing with that, are you? You don't have it on you, do you?
Farron's gonna check his pockets.
Zeke is
Roll an
gonna pull
investigation
the
check.
talking. Zeke's gonna pull the talking doll out of the sack and put it on the table.
14 for investigation.
Why do you have
14 for investigation.
Why do you have a doll of Kappa?
This is what Kappa looks like.
I mean, he's actually a little more.
Oh well, he looks
flowery
like
than
all
that.
of you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's like. I mean, you've seen the other guys. That's how they dress. And Kappa dressed a little bit more like me, but in the red and black, and the thing.
Do you think that this thing did it? Because it popped up around the same time.
Those that roll the investigation check, you only find what you would expect to find on you.
I don't have a dull prop. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's very confusing that would show up, so yeah, that kind of sounds like his style. So that means...
So did
He knows
Kappa
about
give
you.
us those things? Did Kappa do this? With the Farron fighting and all that money and
this creepy fucking thing that talks.
right?
The Illuminati is real.
The Illuminati is real!
Ah!
Paul smacks it again.
The Illuminati is real! I mean, he generally doesn't do anything positive, so... Did anything good happen?
Define good.
Like, not bad. You know,
That did not help
special
me.
magical items showing up.
Yeah,
lots of
when
money.
When I killed that Dwargar, a ring showed up on my finger.
That's weird.
That's what I thought.
So there's really nothing you could do to help us find this guy.
Is there anything more you can tell me about him? Like, you, when he points to Farron. Can you do that, like, bingy thing and sense things around you?
Yeah, I have to be fairly close.
What'd you get when you did it around him?
He wasn't alive. He was not undead.
I might be able to... Let me think about that. I might be able to help you with that.
Well, so do we want to go back to East Haven? Check out the castle? I don't know where to go next.
Castle? East Haven?
The Sunblight Castle that we
Oh.
heard about. Figure out what the Duergar are doing with the Chardolin. Doesn't sound like good stuff, so...
Yeah, I should probably feed the dogs too.
Dogs. Yeah, we're just gonna continue heading west. Yes. Can you send us back?
Oh, yeah.
How do we head back from here?
I mean, I can get you back to, you know, right where I brought you from.
Can you send us wherever?
Only places I've been. Or,
Okay.
in this case, only places Ada's been.
All
Can
right,
Ada
well,
come with us? In case we have to, like, come back to talk to you about stuff?
I mean, chances are he'll probably be hanging out in East Haven.
Yeah, but it would be super cool if he could just be there. Where we are.
And
I'll let
that's-
him feed the dogs.
You can make
I
a
suppose-
persuasion check with disadvantage.
I suppose he'll also be under the code name Rinaldo as well.
Unfortunately.
11.
No, we've got other things going on.
Didn't really look like he was doing anything, but okay.
All right, I got an idea.
He reaches down into his pouch and he pulls out a lantern.
I'm gonna give you this for free. I mean, because I couldn't really help you find him, this might be able to help a little bit. So, it's kind of like a normal land, alright? 30-foot radius, bright light, 30-foot radius, dim light. But, if something undead comes within 300 feet, the fire turns green.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Do we know what direction, or just within that amount of?
It's kind of like within 30 feet, and the flame will get brighter as it's closer. Now, as long as they're not outdoors and there's no wind, the flame will kind of tilt in the direction that it is sensing. But wind can affect it, and then it does, whatever it does. So this is a lantern of tracking undead, and it does not require attunement. It requires a action to turn it on and an action to turn it off.
Put it in the bag, I guess.
Now, it's not specific to your friend there. It's any undead.
Well, any undead should be dealt with
I
summarily
like the way
anyway.
you think.
Wow. I'll hold on to the lantern.
So you want to go back to East Haven?
I suppose so.
That's where the dogs are.
He kind of looks behind you back down the hallway-ish thing to where the arcane circle was, and it lights back up.
That'll take you back whenever you're ready.
All right.
How often do you restock?
Kind of depends. I've got some of the things I make, those take some time. Some of the things I find, some of the things I trade with are, customers.
All right. Well, you're going to want to remember us.
Agents of SHAILD. What does that mean? Is that an acronym? Or...
It's an
Saxer's
acronym.
Headquarters for adventurers not intentionally looking for death. LLC.
I'm gonna write that down.
SHAILD. It's so much easier that way.
SHAILD.
Where is he writing it? Like, where did he produce paper and...
It just kind of appears in front of him, and he writes it, and then it folds itself up and disappears.
Right.
Well, if I'm gonna remember you, you're gonna remember me, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean...
I mean, you look just like this creepy doll, so.
Dixo. Amazing Dixo.
He just waves his hand, and Farron, you are enveloped by a bubble of silence.
My name is Disco the Magnificent.
You can still hear him, but you can't.
just can't-
You can't even hear yourself.
I can't produce sound.
And he turns it off.
Right,
Oh my
mid scream.
I thought I lost my voice.
You did. You called me
What?
Dixo.
That's your name.
Disco.
I'll take it back.
Dixo the Magnificent.
Disco.
Disco.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you really pronounce that apostrophe.
Farron can't process that. He just walks off.
Fair. Okay, yeah, let's head
Thank you,
back to East
Disco.
Haven, I suppose.
If we're gonna meet up, do you have any requests that I mean, I can, if I'm gonna be looking for you all eventually as later customers, I could try and maybe stock something you would want.
Yeah.
find armor or something, or some
Armor?
type of weapons. Like weapons or something, yeah.
I don't usually deal in weapons. I don't
Well,
like
who
to.
does?
Probably Kappa.
Oh.
Uh,
How about a never-ending flask for our friend called?
Yeah.
oh,
It'd probably
the
take me a
best
couple
stuff
days.
of his favorite stuff.
Couple days to work that up. Might cost a few hundred gold.
Man.
that would be awesome.
Where are you gonna be in a
I've
couple days?
heard.
I mean, I can find you.
Yeah.
I can find you anywhere.
I've heard that there's this sword that can just lop off people's heads.
A Vorpal sword?
I got one. Carl holds his up. Yeah.
I have one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, we already got some. Oh, don't worry about it.
We got a small one of those.
I
It's
don't
fine.
have any.
I
The girl
didn't
can't be
realize
too
that they
prepared.
had some.
Well, I can
But
keep
you
my eye out
did
for some
say-
armor, and I can make a flask. Where can I find you in a couple days?
Probably further west.
Okay.
Maybe in Bryn Shander. When is the Winter's Fest happening? Is how many
Oh my
days
gosh.
away? Is it like a week away?
Oh, I hope it didn't.
2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, geez, we got plenty of time.
Oh, okay.
20 days.
We might be in the forest. What's the name of that forest? to
The
the
Lonely
west?
Wood?
The Lonely Wood.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna just show up in the middle of nowhere. It's not kind of my style. I mean, it's all gonna be showy when I show up, so you'll know.
Glad, good to know that subtlety is not your strong suit.
Not even a little bit.
Good.
So where did Kappa learn it from then?
Learn what?
How to be subtle.
How to be sneaky. How to go unseen.
I mean, he's kind of his own person. So, you know, once he became real, he was kind of able to decide what he wanted.
Oh.
And he decided he wanted everything.
That's not. Nope.
And I just keep telling the rest of them that they have to be really careful with their magic, because it doesn't come back. But it does.
Isn't that kind of mean? Like, aren't you limiting their existence?
I am, but it was part of they agreed. This was a full disco idea. The Circle
Alright,
of Disco
I'm not gonna-
decided.
I'm not gonna get into it. It's your world, I suppose.
They're fine. They're happier for it. They don't even remember Kappa. It's for the best.
Well, ignorance is bliss.
Gosh.
Sort of
How
makes
many
me
times
wonder.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
How many times?
Sorry,
What?
go ahead, Laura.
I was gonna ask how many times you've used that spell, that memory wiping spell.
8 times. One's on each of them.
Sort of wonder if you have anything like that that can wipe out an entire kingdom. And by that I mean wipe out the entire memories of an entire kingdom.
Oh.
I could do it one at a time. It'd take a long time.
That'd be a long time.
That sounds.
I mean, that spell that I
maybe, like,
used,
deity level.
the wish spell that I used could do that. But why would you want to change everybody else's mind? About what?
Oh, it'd just be better if a certain area just didn't remember I existed.
Also, if Kappa has little people underneath him, we could change all their minds. They won't know the Nominati is real anymore, and we can wipe it off the face of the planet. Cut the head off the camel, and then wipe everybody's names, memories, things.
I mean, I have to touch... Ripping my headphones out there. I have to touch people in order to, you know... I can make them remember something that didn't happen, or I can make them forget it completely.
It's okay, Disco.
I mean, do you want me to make you forget these people ever existed?
No. No, I need to make sure that I know
Okay.
exactly who they are.
All right.
I don't want the past to come up against me in a surprise in any kind of way.
Well then. I guess I'll be looking for you in a couple days.
Thank you for everything, Disco.
Oh, absolutely. I live to serve and be paid.
Right. I don't think there's anything else we need here. Thank you for refreshments. Thank you for helping us try and find Sefik.
I do what I can.
All right. Insight check.
Go for it.
Nine.
He seems to be doing everything he can. Absolutely.
All right. Yep. I walk through the portal. Or into the teleportation circle, or okay, bye.
Everybody goes.
I want to be the last one through and try to really quickly whip my head around, and I just want to see if I can spot like a change in demeanor or something. See if maybe he was just putting up a really good front.
Okay. Make an insight check as all your friends.
Pretty good. Pretty good. That's a 19.
As you're all walking away, and Farron, you turn back. Disco's kind of like sitting at the table. All the other chairs have disappeared as you walked away, and the table's just blank, and he's just kind of staring. He just looks concerned.
Okay.
And then you walk through?
Yeah.
So, and the same sensation, the air is sucked out of your lungs. And the four of you appear, and for a good 15 seconds, there's no Farron.
Farron?
And then,
Uh-oh.
Farron.
Oh god.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I believe we're all accounted for.
That guy's a really tough read.
Wow.
What do you mean?
Let's get some rooms.
Well, when I hung back just because I wanted to see if he was gonna drop his guard.
Okay.
I didn't get anything that wasn't he had a reasonable response to everything that just happened. I don't think. I don't know. He's hard to read.
Most people who work in business of some kind or mercantile or anything like that, merchants of the like, are very hard reads. If they were easy to read, we'd be able to walk all over them.
You hear a knock
Don't let
on
it
the
get to
door.
Well, we got what we needed from him.
You hear a knock on the storeroom door.
Yeah.
It got really quiet, and now I can hear talking again. Is everything okay?
We're just in here talking. Did we get rooms for the night? Is it night?
Do you have rooms available? Elena's gonna stick her head out.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello. Hello. Rooms?
Hi.
I have two.
Looks like we're splitting.
Splitting.
It's 5 silver per room.
I hand him a gold piece.
Oh. Do you want change, or is this for both rooms?
That's for both rooms.
Oh. Well, that's outstanding.
Okay, and we're going to take a quick pause from that, as there's been $150 raised for a roll for Ukraine. Call, you can go ahead and add 1 regular healing potion to the backpack, 1 greater healing potion. Everyone gets roll for Ukraine inspiration, which does not, it's different than DM and player inspiration, and it'll last until you use it. Call, you can also add 100 gold pieces to the party gold. And I mean, you're about to take a long rest, so the short rest kind of is moot. So we will go on to the next, we'll skip that and go straight to the 200. You get 1 superior healing potion as well. $250, come on, if you hit the next $50, just, I mean, everything's gonna drop $50 now. So if you keep donating, they might get an uncommon magic item or a draw from the deck of many things. Ooh. So you all get your rooms, 2 rooms. They're a little bit bigger than your accommodations in the caravan, and there are 2 beds per room, and Bardabin also supplies an extra bedroll for the odd person out.
Zeke is gonna sleep with the dogs.
The dogs are in the stable.
Yeah.
Okay, it's actually not too far from the White Lady Inn, so. So yeah, you're all able to get settled in for the evening and take your long rest. The next morning comes. Oh wait, there's another 100 just got raised?
Another 100?
Wait, 100 on top? Sorry, I was trying to figure out what Farron means. Oh, it's 250 total. I thought it was 150 total. Ah, okay. So we actually hit the rest of the things. So you are going to get an uncommon magic item. I will take a quick peek at that and get it to you guys during the recap for next episode. And one card.
Maybe some armor for Call there?
Oh, maybe.
Oh,
Or a weapon, or-
Call doesn't need armor. He
Oh,
just-
okay, a weapon.
Maybe,
A weapon.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, first we're going to do this deck of many things.
Oh boy.
Maybe this should be a Vorpal sword.
A
A
Vorpal sword
yes, please let.
is a legendary item and not uncommon, so therefore no.
Ah,
We're gonna
You
get
know-
it to.
Good try.
We're gonna get
Good
it
try
to
again.
Call
Logic.
someday.
Damn
Someday,
your
Call will
logic.
wield it.
yeah.
You know
you
for
must have a
that,
degree.
we're not going to draw from the deck of many things. We're going to draw from the deck of many fates because you guys are trying to pull one over on me.
No,
Always.
I wouldn't
Okay.
want that at all. I just want maybe a +1 great axe or club or like a hammer. Yeah, we're good. I didn't want all that extra they was trying. That's them.
Call, you use a greatsword?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if you all agree that Call should have a +1 weapon, Call, you can absolutely have a +1 greatsword for the donation mark. So
Ooh,
you're
that's amazing.
I will change your greatsword to a +1. Okay. How about we all roll initiative so that we can find out who's getting it.
Where's my
right.
bad dice? I need a nat 1. Who's gonna roll the nat 1? Let's see.
That's a natural 20 for a 22.
Oh no!
Why is this the natural 20 I roll? Why is this it?
It's going to Farron.
Anyone beating a 22?
No,
Okay.
I got
So-
a 15.
17.
Usually my homebrew rule is if you roll a nat 20 on initiative, you have advantage on your first attack. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the top card and place it down. I'm going to take... Let's go with the bottom card and put it down. Farron, the advantage is you get to choose whether it was the top or the bottom.
Top.
Roll a d6 for me.
I was holding the action to attack whatever's about to attack.
That's a 6.
Okay. Okay.
Why do you always get the ones that we don't find out what it is?
Here's
I
a,
don't
here's a
think you
guess.
heard
We all
me.
body swap.
I rolled a 6.
I heard you.
No! I mean, it's a 9. It's actually a 9. It's a 9.
But that's not on a d6.
Nice try.
So the next morning comes. Zeke, you are surrounded by 7 dogs this morning. One of
Why 7?
One of them is about 3 times the size and doesn't look like a husky. Looks like a big wolf.
Ooh.
Can I talk to it?
Is it sleeping?
It looks to you, and what do you say to it?
Hi! Would you like some meat?
And he speaks to you in common
With his mouth?
with his mouth. Are you a friend of Farron's?
Yeah? How did you? Well, how did you know? How do you know Farron? How do you talk? That's weird.
I am his. And you notice that kind of underneath the fur, there's a collar and a name tag under it. It says Fenris. And he has a saddle on his back. And all the leather working perfectly matches Farron's armor scheme.
That's super cool. What's on your back?
It's a saddle.
What's that for? Like a horse? Like a giddy up?
I am to be his mount. So the card
Who
you drew.
told you?
The card you drew was you gain a magical mount, and the D6 was a giant wolf. He is an intelligent creature. I will get you It's a giant wolf. Is not a combat wolf. It is a riding wolf.
A
He will
talking,
defend
riding wolf.
himself, but he will not fight in battle.
Will he defend
That's fair.
Farron?
He'll defend Farron to the death.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, it's feeding time for the pups here. But I can show you. We can go see him.
I would like to
Did
see
you want
Farron.
some? Do you want something to eat first?
Food, then Farron.
Yeah. Food, then Farron.
So he gorges himself, and tail wagging just like the rest of them. And then you head back into the tavern. The rest of you, would you have gone downstairs in the morning?
Oh, yeah.
So you're eating, and you know Zeke is going to take some time with the dogs. He's going to make sure the dogs are fine. You order your food, your morning ales. You go over the weirdness that was yesterday. And then in walks Zeke with a giant snow white wolf.
Zeke,
Farron!
you can't bring that in here. You
Zeke,
What the heck?
What is
Wait,
that?
I didn't realize that was going to be the reaction.
And so Fenris walks a few feet in, stands away from the door, and just kind of sits and is just looking straight at Farron.
Farron! Farron!
Archie.
This is Fenris. And he says that he's to be your top. Mount. Sorry.
I. Whew. My mount?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
He kind of like nods his head to you.
Why?
I don't know. I don't have the answers to the whole universe, my dude. I don't know. He was sleeping with the dogs when I woke up.
I'll go over to the new giant wolf friend, and I'll just hold out a hand and just see if I feel any sort of connection or anything.
He immediately doesn't even bother sniffing you. It's like he knows you. He nuzzles you. Very similar to the way Yami does, but with more of a the word just gone.
Soft furriness.
Intelligence?
Intelligence, soft furriness, that thing when you don't act like a silly dog. Maturity.
Good boy. He's a good boy.
Okay.
There is much more of a maturity and intelligence to Fenris than Yami.
All right, I'm gonna give him those good scritches
And he kind of
right behind the ear.
He leans way into it, and his back leg kind of starts going. Then he shakes his head. He's like, "Whenever you call, I will come."
Oh my gosh, that's incredible and very special.
I'm going back outside now.
I'm very jealous, Farron.
Okay, stay warm.
Always.
Can you watch the puppies for me?
Of course. They're friends.
You are so great. Thank you.
And he kind of gives a shake. Almost like a cat kind of nuzzles Farron on the way out. And then you all kind of notice Bartabin puts his maul back behind the thing.
That's strange.
Simmer down, Barty. It's
Yeah, it is.
It's been a weird couple days.
You
Uh-huh.
can say that again.
It's been a weird couple days.
I have deja vu suddenly.
Yeah, me too.
I almost want to say you can say that again.
Yeah, me too. Elena walks away.
Elena walks through the walls. We're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't know that spell yet.
Hey, Bartabin, remember that guy that we asked you about yesterday? Have you seen him?
Who?
Never mind.
The
No,
handsome guy.
Yeah, with the blue eyes and the dark hair.
No.
Okay, goatee,
Mm.
smarmy.
Where's Rinaldo? He didn't come out of there last night.
Oh, he
Wasn't
He-
he supposed to come back with us?
he magicked out.
Rinaldo does magic?
It was
Uh-huh.
like a door opened and he walked through it, but not that door.
Is it still there?
I'll go and check the room. No, I don't see it.
I hope he comes back. People
I think
leave
he will.
when they have no entertainment.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Speaking of, from the front door, in walks Rinaldo.
Ta-da!
Hey.
Ta-da!
Anything else you all would like to?
Does Ronaldo, how does Ronaldo regard us?
The same way he's regarding everyone else in the room. He just kind of like walks in like, and goes up and starts tuning up his lute, and begins to play the Song of the White Lady. And that's where we're going to end tonight. So the Nominati is real, everyone.
Nominati is real.
Nominati is real.
It's really real.
This is
It's
not
so
the episode I expected tonight.
Either.
This was so weird.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Did
that
you
was
not
great.
think we were gonna go with him?
I mean, I knew you
Or-
were. It's just like, I mean, some of the conversations, some of the roles. It's just, you know, you can never expect it on the dice. I mean, this is all mostly planned, thankfully. I only had to improvise a little. You guys keep me on my toes. I like it.
Yay!
Oh man.
Jeez.
Wow, we each have a magical item now. That's amazing.
Some of you have a couple.
I have a couple.
Wow.
Farron and his rod.
Damn, I sat on it wrong earlier too.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Oh god.
Hopefully you didn't click it.
Oh my gosh.